All right, this is SSL Family Dad, and today we are getting a tractor. Alright, so a lot of you guys have made the comments on the last few videos since we moved out to this bigger property that it's time to get a new tractor. And I know, I've been thinking about it for a long time. I've had a couple months to kind of look around, and we've been figuring out budgets and things like that. You know, what can we spend, what can't we spend? We really wanted to get like some type of a gator or like a little utility vehicle to take around the farm and go get wood and stuff like that. You know, so we were debating on what we were going to get, but I really think the need for a tractor is greater than anything else. We can use it for clearing snow and getting roads built and clearing pastures, and you know, obviously in the future we want to do our own hay. So I've been looking around. Our budget's very small. We don't have a lot to spend. We're just getting started off. Remember, we came from a subdivision, so we have nothing as far as farm equipment goes. And so I've looked around at a lot of tractors. My budget was really $4,000. I'm looking at Craigslist used, you know, people getting out of the farming business and trying to get a good deal on something. I want something older that's simple and easy to work on. And so I've had I've asked a lot of people what I should get. I have, you know, some basic knowledge of tractors, but I've never owned a large tractor, so this will be my first one. So four-wheel drive was something I was looking for. I was looking for a diesel. I was looking for something 50 horsepower. I didn't get all of those. I ended up getting a gas. We're looking at a gas tractor here. It's not four-wheel drive, but it does have a loader, and that was one of the things that I needed to have, was a loader. It is almost 50 horsepower, and so we're going to take a look at it and see. It's a 1969, so it's a few years old. Made right here in Detroit, right here in Michigan. So I'm pretty excited to check it out. I know it's not a new tractor, but it's new to us. So I'm going to take you guys along here, and we'll see what we can get. Here it is. Ford 4000. A little rusty, but hey, it's like 50 something years old. Brand new seat. Brand new. Looks good. So this up will raise the PTO slower. This down raises it faster and higher. Power steering here, and just, you said fill it up to about here?
Right.
Okay. So how? All right, we're going now. All right, so it's been a few weeks here, a couple weeks since I got the tractor and that little journey there. And I've had some chance to use it and kind of figure out what I like and don't like. It runs awesome, and I just can't believe for a tractor that's 50 years old that it still works as well as it does, to be honest with you. It's a massive, just awesome piece of machinery. So But you know, for those of you guys out there just starting off like me, you know, getting a homestead or buying a little piece of property, you know, what do you look for? What if you're gonna get a tractor, you're gonna spend your money, save up or whatever, you know, what do you need to look for? We didn't want to buy new for lots of reasons. You know, we could have gone out and got a payment and bought a new tractor, sure, you know, a nice John Deere or Kubota or something like that. To be honest with you, a lot of those are made in China. A lot of the engines are made in Japan. You know, they're not quite what they used to be as far as tractors are concerned. Not that they're not good. There's a lot of great tractors out there. But if I'm going to spend, you know, 20 grand or 15 grand on a nice loader tractor, you know, I want something that would be the last one I'm going to buy. So I chose to buy used because that's what I could afford, cash, without making any payments. And you know, we spent just over $4,000 for this delivered. It's a 1969 Ford 4000, as I said. So I spent, you know, a good amount of time looking on Craigslist, looking at dealerships, looking at all these different places, and trying to figure out what options there were. I ended up going with a gas engine because I can work on it. I'm very familiar with the gas engine. I'm very familiar with the parts. I'm very familiar with how they operate. That's just me personally. I like to do things myself. I'm not going to take this to a dealership unless there's something like the transmission or something like that. You know, I'm not going to take this to somebody to fix. I'm going to do it myself. So that was comforting to me to know I could fix it myself. We still got almost 50 horsepower out of this, and so it's plenty powerful. That's the next thing. You know, what are you going to do? What are you going to be doing with the tractor? Well, we have these hay fields out here that I want to do the hay next year. So my main concern was I want a tractor that I can do hay with. This tractor is plenty powerful enough. Lots of people have done, you know, use these for hay. The guy I bought this from used it for hay. So power-wise, you know, over 40 horsepower I think is a must, even just for the loader, but especially if you want to do any implements. You know, you want to do hay, you want to do stuff like that. The loader is probably was the most important thing to me. This is the workhorse. This is what I'm going to use to get things. This is what I'm going to use to, you know, work with the soil, with compost, clean out fields and pastures, deliver feed to, you know, whatever areas, move things around, you know, cut trees down, and, you know, whatever. This is the workhorse. So the loader is the multi-use that we need for the homestead. This one's rusted up. It's got some, you know, it's missing headlights. It's got some work that needs to be done. But another thing I looked for is, you know, this tractor was so popular and they're so well made. There's still so many around. You can buy parts for this thing on Amazon. You know, you can go, new exhaust pipes are on Amazon. They have hoods, they have the grill, they have engine parts, they have everything. I mean, you can get all this stuff on Amazon. Stuff like this, hydraulic hoses and things like this is all standard. You can get these made or crimp new, have new fittings put on. You know, this stuff's leaking here. That stuff can easily be fixed. All these levers and stuff, these are new. He's got a new starter in it, new solenoid, there's a new battery in it. Everything on here can be replaced or fixed. The PTO works. That's another thing you want to make sure that you ask, or, you know, it's hard to really test it because you can't really hook an implement up to it unless they have one there. But make sure that this PTO works, obviously, because if that's not working, that can be a major repair. Tires are another thing. You know, make sure you got decent tires. These ones are older, but they're okay. Tires in the front look pretty good too. So front tires aren't too bad to replace, but these things, hopefully you don't have to replace those because those are expensive. These are also filled, they're weighted. So these are filled with, I can't remember what he said, sodium chloride or something like that. And so they're real heavy. So although this is only 2-wheel drive, I was looking for 4-wheel drive. This is plenty powerful enough and heavy enough, I think, for me to get through the mud and dirt and snow and stuff like that around here. So the other thing you want to look for, you know, if you're looking at older Ford 8Ns and 9Ns and Jubilees and stuff like that, those are real popular. They're real tempting because they're cheap. but they don't have a live PTO, which means that your transmission that drives your drivetrain is linked to the PTO. So whatever speed you're going is the same speed the PTO is going to turn. That makes it really hard to do any type of field work, and so you want to be able to individually control the PTO speed and torque and everything, and then be able to speed up the tractor or slow down the tractor independent of that PTO. So what's called a live PTO is something I would look for too. I wouldn't worry too much about age. These tractors, this was made in Dearborn, Michigan, back when the Vietnam War was going on, and this has only been owned by 2 people. I mean, it's 50 years old, so this is and it still works. It works great. Starts up every time, and just so far been a great little tractor. So anyway, thought I'd give you guys an update, kind of a tour of the tractor. I know it's a lot of talking in a longer video, but I just wanted to share with you guys what I had here, because this is the biggest purchase I have made as far as homestead equipment goes, and this is going to be our most used piece of equipment. Hopefully this will last us many years and get us started here, and maybe we can upgrade to something newer down the road. All right, guys, well, hopefully you guys found that informational, especially if you're looking at getting a tractor. This thing has been pretty fun to drive around, so I've been just finding excuses to use it, and so far it's been a lot of fun. So definitely, if you're getting started in farming or homesteading, small scale or large, a tractor like this with a loader on it is going to be a big asset for you guys. So if you guys have questions about this, please let me know. Throw them down below. I'll answer those questions. Hit thumbs up on the video as always, guys. And if you're in for some homesteading and farming adventures, subscribe to the channel. There's all kinds of craziness coming up through this winter, and especially into the spring and summer. There's going to be some pretty cool projects going on. So stick around for that stuff. But as always, guys, thanks for watching. Have a good one.